Among the most devastating moments to come in House of the Dragon Season 3 has already been undermined by a shortcoming with Helaena Targaryen's story and her connection to her dragon, Dreamfire. If the title of the show doesn't hint as much, House of the Dragon dives deeper into the shared bonds between a dragon and its rider, some of whom aren't Targaryens. However, while Rhaenyra and Syrax, Daemon and Caraxes, and Aemond and Vhagar have had their connections explored quite well, not all Targaryens and their dragons have received this treatment. In fact, whereas the other Targaryens often mention their dragons, it might be easy to forget that Helaena Targaryen rides Dreamfire, one of the largest and oldest dragons in the world. Helaena rode Dreamfire to Driftmark and back for Lena Valerion's funeral as a child, but she hasn't been seen interacting with her dragon and has hardly mentioned her in the time since. Considering an agonizing, emotionally charged dragon scene from George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood book is expected to be adapted in House of the Dragon Season 3, the show overlooking Helaena and Dreamfire's bond becomes more disappointing. Dreamfire and Helena's biggest HOTD Season 3 scene will be when she dies. Helena's biggest moment with Dreamfire won't include riding her into battle. After Alicent forbids Helaena from riding Dreamfire with Aemond in House of the Dragon Season 2 finale, it's unlikely that the show will ever see the Targaryen queen ride her dragon as an adult. Oddly, however, Fire and Blood revealed that Helaena enjoyed riding Dreamfire prior to the events of the Targaryen Civil War. House of the Dragon hasn't truly touched on Helena's bond with Dreamfire as a child or an adult, even though her status as a dragon dreamer suggests her connection to her dragon could manifest even stronger than other Targaryen dragon bonds. Sadly, rather than a scene of Helaena and Dreamfire taking to the skies for one last time, it's possible that the only big moment between the two characters in House of the Dragon Season 3 won't even feature them in the same room. Dreamfire is held in the dragon pits at King's Landing throughout the war, with Helaena being confined to her chambers in the Red Keep during the time that Rhaenyra holds the Iron Throne. Even if Helaena goes to visit Dreamfire at the Dragon Pit in House of the Dragon Season 3, it's apt to only be a brief reunion before tragedy strikes them both. The biggest scene between Dreamfire and her rider to come in House of the Dragon arrives when Helaena Targaryen dies by suicide. In Fire and Blood, Helaena takes her own life approximately 6 months after Rhaenyra takes King's Landing, as Alicent's daughter leaps from her window in Maegor's Holdfast and is fatally impaled by the spikes below. At the moment of Helena's death, Dreamfire senses her rider's fate, lets out a dragon pit-shaking roar, and becomes so restless and angry that she breaks 2 chains holding her down. To make matters worse, Dreamfire dies very shortly after Helaena in the Dance of the Dragons. In response to Helena's death, the people of King's Landing revolt and engage in the devastating storming of the Dragon Pit. The small folk enter the Dragon Pit and attack the 4 dragons being held there, killing all of them. While Dreamfire is able to briefly escape her chains and kill many of her attackers, she soon crashes into the dome above, causes it to fall down, and fatally crushes herself and numerous others in the Dragon Pit. Helaena and Dreamfire's death scene will repeat a tragic HOTD Season 1 Rhaenyra moment. House of the Dragon may reuse the quick cuts between Rhaenyra and Syrax. Syrax and Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon custom image by Yaelin Chacon. In order to effectively portray Dreamfire's agonizing response to Helena's death, House of the Dragon Season 3 will likely repeat an editing trick that made a Season 1 Rhaenyra Targaryen scene all the more emotionally poignant. When Rhaenyra went into labor early and bore her stillborn daughter, Visenya, House of the Dragon Season 1 finale cut between shots of Rhaenyra and Syrax pained and yelling. As Rhaenyra screamed while giving birth to Visenya, Syrax was chained up in the pits at Dragonstone and still let out screeches that proved she could feel the pain and distress of her rider.